Alright, so recently there was basically this demo given to me to basically browse over. And it's for a game that I received emails before for this game, basically asking if I want basically key code for it, but well, still no key code, but they did give me a demo, so let's check it out and see how it goes. Tactical Combat Department. So yeah, so this is currently the early access demo. And I'm just going to basically turn on the volume here a little bit. That's good. Now, I want to note that this game is currently not available to basically play, besides the demo itself. But whatever, let's just see how the game basically works and let's go from there. Alright, so, base tutorial and hints. Tactical Combat Department is a relatively complex game, and its basic mechanisms and principles are explained below. This tutorial provides basic guidance for the game, however the strategies and techniques are up to the individual player. So, exploratory notes basically got action points, we got health points, we got defense points, and during the mission, units gain experience to improve their accuracy and fitness. And this will affect the number of health points and action points, and the number of experience units will also gradually gain defense points, so very typical level up system with the XCOM type of action point system, I guess. Alright, so opening a door and entering the room. Before entering the room, it is advisable to ascertain the number and location of enemies in the room. To check the status of the room, you can use the camera tool and place the camera under the door. However, be advised, you will only be able to see the part of the room that is visible from the location of the camera at the bottom of the door. In other words, your view may be obscured by various objects in the room. The door can be opened in a number of ways. You can use it by using a door handle, kick it open, or you can use plastic explosive. A set of special tools can be used to pick a lock, and these are fairly quiet to use. You can also use a quicker but noisier method and blast the door with explosives. It is advisable to throw a flashbang into the room before actually entering, which will provide at least partial protection. Now, I'll note by the way, recently I've been watching this channel on YouTube called Gameology, and in it they basically had a SWAT officer who basically was commenting about a SWAT game that was back in the day. Apparently they don't have cameras to look in rooms like this, so it's little things like that I'm starting to pick up on is this real and stuff like that, but whatever. Gameplay is probably gameplay. Alright, so unit equipment. Each unit has a primary and secondary weapon. In addition, it carries equipment such as flashbangs, a set of special tools, and a camera. Choosing the right bulletproof vest is very important. Choose from the light, medium, and heavy bulletproof vests in these variations. Be advised that the heavier the vest, the better protection it offers. However, wearing a heavier version will cost you more action points. The bulletproof vests are also differ based on their respective area of protection, offering frontal, side, or rear protection. And each weapon contains information, how many action points per shot you need to have in order to fire a weapon, and accuracy, noise level, blah blah, and all that other stuff. Counterattack unit. When an enemy enters your line of sight and cannot see you, your unit launches a counterattack. If a civilian enters your line of sight, the unit must give a verbal warning twice in this section. E.g., they shout commands such as put your hands up, etc. Should that fail and the suspect is not reacting to the verbal warning, the unit can use their weapons and fire at the suspect. If you enter the enemy's line of sight and you can't see the enemy, they will initiate a counterattack by firing directly. Alright, so, that's kind of interesting because, it's basically saying you can, fire a weapon at a suspect when they, don't, react to a verbal warning. I guess that assumes that they'll be, armed suspects, but, whatever. The opponents move around the level as they see fit. They may appear at random positions at the beginning of each level. Every opponent has their field of view and will react to what they see and hear. Civilians usually react to loud noises. Hearing the loud noises, they run away. Armed suspects may move to a more advantageous position or try to catch off your guard. Silent approach also has the added advantage of your opponents not being able to hear you and know your location will, therefore remain concealed. If the opponent sees you, they will inform others of your position. Establishing order in psychology. It is important to restore order and prevent injuries to not only civilians but also armed suspects. You can enforce cooperation through various ways, e.g. using flashbangs, verbal warning, pepper spray. However, when using pepper spray, ensure that you aim it towards the face, otherwise it may not work. Similarly, if the opponents are hit and wounded, they will generally surrender. Verbal warnings tend to work at close range, and they are most effective when the opponent is not facing you, which gives you the element of surprise. If an armed suspect does not respond to challenges, firearms can be used. Okay, so basically it's like, telling me like firearms can be used if like, they don't respond to challenges. However, this strategy can be risky if civilians are nearby, as they are likely to be injured. All suspects, including civilians, should be tackled and restrained. They will then be evacuated from the battlefield at the nearest opportunity. Alright, sounds. Please bear in mind that any action or maneuver you choose to perform makes sounds and can be heard by your enemies. If you want to remain inconspicuous, you can use sound suppressors with your weapons, open doors quietly, and unlock doors with a special set of tools instead of using explosives. Units within a mission. If a member of a team dies, they will be replaced by a new person. Should this happen though, you will lose an experienced member of the team, and this may weaken your team's position in the battle. If you don't want to lose valuable team members, you have the option to repeat the mission. For clarity, teams are distinguished by colors, blue team and red team. That's a mistake right there. The person wearing white stripes is the team commander. Should the commander die during the mission, the entire mission is deemed a failure. Alright, injuries. Every unit and its opponents can be wounded or killed. The main difference is that the unit is only wounded if it will be recovered by next mission, meaning you will not lose it. If you cause an injury to a civilian, the penalty is less severe as opposed to killing a civilian. Mission rating system. At the end of each mission, you will receive a rating. Points are awarded for killing suspects as well as disarmed armed personnel. Non-violent action is always rated higher. Points will be deducted for wounded or killed civilians or wounded or killed members of your team. Should you fail to meet the minimum requirements or points, you must repeat the mission. So, blah blah blah. Alright, so there's basically the tutorial right there. I can already basically say I don't really feel much of the tutorial because, besides the spelling mistakes, it's not entirely clear what you can basically do to civilians and stuff, but whatever. Let's play a demo and see what it goes. Alright, so we got our team members. So I guess that's the commander right there. And one of my guys has a shotgun. They apparently all have the same action points and health points and stuff like that, as well as the same experience. And apparently I can change their weapons or their stuff here if I want to, but whatever. Well, for now, let's just try the first mission and see how it goes with the default equipment, and we'll just go from there. It's a small house. Okay. Alright, so controls. Unit selection, move or use actions left mouse button. Right mouse button basically rotates the camera or cancels fire grenade mode. Middle mouse button basically, I hate using the middle mouse button, but whatever, it's there. Mouse wheel, camera zoom in and out, space, and turn. SWAT or WASD is basically move camera. So actions: try doors, kick doors, door spike camera, special tools unlock doors, breaching charge, voice pressure, arrest, pepper spray, flash grenade, and fire. Alright, so we got our guys right here. Let's just move them up in a, quick fashion. So this guy's got the shotgun. For some reason this guy's got a scoped, weapon right here. Suspects are moving around. Now I wonder if the suspects basically know I'm here or not. Or if like, you know, they just don't know I'm here. Because that could also be a thing. Let's get this guy right here. Get these guys up here. I find it like, you know, we're taking like turns basically just getting up to the front door, but whatever. Let's get over here down with this guy. Now, can I basically face these guys at all? That's a question basically wondering myself right now because, like, you know, doesn't seem to be like an option down here basically to face my guys. Which is kind of important for like this of a game. Basically, like, you know, it says like, you know, if you're like, you know, facing like the wrong way, then like, you know, that'll have an impact on you, right? But whatever. So I'll note that one thing I basically would want is basically to have it so like, you know, there'd be like a pop-up menu for like, you know, actions I can basically do. Okay, so it kind of works, but you know, I would like have like a basic menu. It's like, you know, for like basic actions I can do, like turn around, little flashbang, stuff like that. Alright, we just try the door there. Alright, here's the camera, by the way. So already, I'll basically like say like, you know, this bit, you know, this demo basically seems like it's lacking a little bit in terms of like, you know, being able to turn your guys around. Like I don't see like an option basically to make my guy face this way, for example. So that seems a bit odd. Get him up here. What does this do? Alright, so that's my camera right there. Basically lets me look around. Now, You know, something I basically want to note, by the way. Unless I'm actually, like, um, you know, using, like, the right mouse button, basically, like, pan the zoom. There's, like, no, like, Q or, like, E, basically, do so. Usually these games, they have, like, Q and E being something you can basically do to, like, rotate the camera, but this is not available, so I have to use, like, the right mouse button to do everything here, so... That's something I see, like, being, like, very desired for this type of game, but whatever. I want to basically note that so far, my impressions of this game are, like, not great, because it seems like a little too basic for, like, a lot of stuff basically on offer. Let's get you up here, you up right there. So both these doors are basically closed right now. Let's get you here. Get this guy over here. Let's get Sykes over here. Obviously, like, just like, I'll look inside. So, one guy right there. He's got a little gun, a little pistol right there. Another guy right there. Alright, so basically we've got guys basically on all our sides here. I think that might be a civilian right there. It seems odd that they're basically, like, staying in, like, the rooms to basically act, because they should be, like, coming out of the rooms, like, say, like, out of the bathroom, something like that, but whatever. Let's see here. All I'm gonna do is basically we're gonna, like, flashbang this guy here, I think, so... I hope that's a flashbang, I can't really tell. Let's kill this guy's morale. Okay, I can get a little bit closer then. Alright, so that guy basically gave up. Now, that basically makes noise, so more of like, if these guys are going to react to that or not, so... arrest this guy. So he was arrested. Let's get you over here. I guess we can't do anything to that guy right now, so we don't actually secure these guys. Just like leave them on the floor to, like, you know, be done with, I guess. Alright, he's evacuated. That's fine. Yeah, I know that's something basically note about these games, by the way. Basically, there's like usually like a lot more like you know, people basically like actors involved in like a SWAT team. So. Whoop, there's two guys in here. That's a civilian. That's the other civilian over there. Let's do this. Flashbang him. Let's get this guy over here, I guess. It feels so odd not being able to use like Q and E basically like to do stuff, but whatever. Alright, let's arrest him. Move here. We're all gone. We're all gone. There goes his morale. Let's just get these guys basically like to get over here now. I think this guy's like the only one in there, so. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that twice. Open up. Do that a little bit. Arrest him. Alright, arrested. Now, is that basically all I have to do, or do I have to like go out of the house as well, perhaps to find people? Could that be a chore? I sort of feel like if you basically like, arrested like the last guy in like a turn, that should be like it, but whatever. Suspects arrested, there was 2. Civilians arrested, there was 2. No one got injured because like nothing really happened. Save and continue. And that seems to be it for this demo. Alright, so basic impressions basically of this game right now. I'll note that something I like, I dislike about the game is the fact that like the camera like you can't use like Q and E, and like there's like no like immediately like pop up like basic abilities you basically can do with your guys besides like, they like initial actions like with your weapons. But other than that, it seems to be like just a very generic tactical tactical type of game at this point. Not terrible, but definitely needs to have more improvement basically done to it, so... It works at least, but that's about all I can basically say about it, so... That's it. Hope you guys basically enjoyed the video. Take care.